on the bus getting ready to march for the March for Life. Yes, we're here. We're here in DC. We wanted to start our video from the beginning, and we'll take you through the march. So you'll be marching with us.
Welcome.
We're in position to march.
Here we are at the march.
Yay!
We march for the unborn.
We march for the unborn. Oh, you're good. Yes. Go ahead. Yeah, you can see all the people around us. You can come right on through. Come on through. You're fine. Hi there.
Is Big Bird behaving?
Yes, so far so good.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus.
Holy Mary.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. To demand of our legislators that this Holocaust come to an end.
It's been a little over a week since the March for Life. It was the largest crowd I've ever seen.
Estimated, upwards of 300,000 attending.
Yeah, we had a great time. We went with our parish, and it was great marching with all the people that we were marching in front of, behind. It was a great camaraderie, praying the rosary together,
Met
singing
some amazing
together.
people, young and old, all together, all there on one purpose. But as great as the march was, we were soon reminded that we have a lot to work on, to kind of stop the evil of abortion. Just this week, in the news was the information about the passage of the Women's Health Act, I believe was the name of it, up in New York State.
Yeah, the New York Governor Cuomo signed it into law, and it's the Women's Health Act is nothing but that.
It's infanticide, and clearly that's the exact opposite of what we're marching for. It defines, it goes further than anything I've ever seen, defining that infant, that precious life is not human, is not even considered for, you couldn't even call it murder, according to the language in the bill, right up to the time of being born. Until you're born, you're just a thing, and there is no legal remedy at this point, the way that they've got that set up. So we really need to fight very, very hard and pray for the people in New York, because they are so wrong-headed.
I know that as a neonatal nurse, I have taken care of babies 34 weeks, 33 weeks, 32 weeks. They're beautiful babies, and they need a little bit of support, a little need of help, and they need some help getting, with breastfeeding and learning how to suck and that kind of thing, keeping their temperatures stable, blood sugar stable. They really don't need a large amount of support. They are viable, they're beautiful babies. The idea of killing a baby in the womb at any age is just, that's why we march. That's why we want to be the voice of those that do not have a voice, the unborn.
In addition, right at the time of the march, and this didn't come out at the time, but we saw this within hours, was the completely unfounded attack on the Covington Catholic High School from Kentucky. And without going into details, this clearly, I think, for all of us, should be a clarion call to why we need to protect our youth from all of the outside forces as well as the forces within, because we saw people of all stripe immediately jumping to the attack of these fine young men. None of us is perfect, but everything that we saw and everything that came out subsequently is that this was clearly a complete mistake, and they did nothing to call this upon themselves, but they're paying a very high price. And so we're praying for them and praying for all of those that are willing to jump into this finger pointing and the expectation that somehow being Catholic is akin to being just completely unacceptable in this day and age in society. So as Catholics, we've got to band together, we've got to support one another through prayer, but also through works. And we've been inspired in that personally by Father Mark Goring.
Yes, we have watched the podcasts, and we've been so inspired by the amount of information that we got, and we started doing our homework, looking at not just seeing things at face value and taking it as truth. We really started to investigate, and wow.
So we're here to say that we are from here on out, we're members of the St. Joseph Battalion, and we're
we're proud members of the
members,
St.
yeah,
Joseph Battalion.
and we feel we are called. Part of our calling, in addition to all of the other things, is to help rid the church of that rot, of the problems that are exposed, both in the seminaries and up through the episcopate, the bishops, and all the way up through the hierarchy of the church. We're of the laity, and we're very prayerful and praying for our priests and praying for our pope and praying for all concerned. But since the information about former Cardinal McCarrick has come out, and just how the pieces have fallen, we are very prayerful. But this is not something that we're going to let go. We're not going to let it get swept under the rug.
We're going to fight. We're going to get our church.
We're going to get our church back.
Yes.
And that is a promise, and that is a prayer. And again, thanks to very faithful members of the clergy like Father Mark Goring, who continues in his faith and his prayerful attention to the things that need to be done, but the spark's been lit and we're going forward. Thanks so much.
Thank you.